What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Garrett with Game of the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today because it is a brand new season. I haven't played a game yet in this new season. As you can see, I'm at 4,000 trophies, and we have a very weird deck, but we're going to do two things today. I didn't do the premium pass last season. I didn't make it anywhere near 103 chests, so I didn't think it was really worth it to me. So what we are going to do is we're actually going to be buying the premium pass now so that we should have a better chance of getting to 103 chests towards the end of this season. So let's jump into that right now and just see what we can do. We already got collect rewards. Let's activate our premium pass, unlock rewards and bonus quests, and then 75% off premium pass plus 10 levels. We don't really need the levels. Let's do the 11.99 right now. Double click, see what we can do. Done. I'm gonna blotch out my email and our purchase is all set. Almost. A little bit of lag. Here we go. It might not be lag, it's just taking a second. And there we go. We have officially gotten the premium pass, and it feels good. We've already got a few things that we can get purely because I haven't played anything on the ladder yet, but I did do the entire Rush for Glory in the new season. If you guys haven't seen that yet, check that out. And if you guys are enjoying this channel, make sure to subscribe. But let's jump into this game because we are doing another Lone Legendary challenge. And the Lone Legendary today is, of course, Stasis, because you probably already saw it in my deck. And we're already going up against somebody who's running Engineer Spam, Dryad. I mean, he is running Vampire, so that gives us a little bit more of a chance. He does have Harlequin, Summoner, Dryad, but he has Vampire. Maybe that gives us a shot. But we are going to be trying to work with Stasis, Priestess, Mime. I'm going to do Priestess, Mime just in case. Like, I need to, just to have a little bit more maneuverability, even though I don't think Mime and Priestess necessarily are a great combo, purely because you don't get the maximum profit that you can. But we're going to be working with the Rocket Goblins, which you just need to keep an uneven amount. Is it an odd number or an even number? I don't even remember. Oh, it's Puppeteer, so I shouldn't be leveling people up. But I think Pyrotechnic isn't terrible anymore. So we're going to see if we can do anything with it today and hopefully get some W's, showing off some new cards using Stasis. This is actually one of the first times I've used Stasis. If you guys didn't know, Stasis is the most recent legendary card that I have gotten, and it's a pretty cool card, okay? One of the things that is not so great about it is the fact that to have Stasis really be effective, you need a bunch of them on the map, because then it kind of becomes overpowered. You have like a million Stasises all over your map, so it's like slowing everything down all over the place to where you can just slowly take things out, and it's pretty cool in that manner. So rank 3 Priestess, of course, but so far so good. Let's just combine out here, and we're in decent shape right now. Oh, I was gonna level things up, but we have Puppeteer. I'm forgetting that we have Puppeteer, so we're not gonna level anything up, and we should be good. Every time I run Priestess, Mime, or Priestess, just in general, I feel like I always get a rank 3 Priestess, which is not what you want to see. We do have Snowflake in this deck, which we actually have our Snowflake to level 2 now. I just did that. So hopefully we can use that to our advantage and win some games. It's our first one at 4,000 trophies, so I'm assuming this guy isn't at a crazy high level, but at the same time, you never really know. Yeah, okay. We paused him for half a second on the Stasis, and Stasis, it's a really cool card. So let's hopefully we could show it off a bit today and have some fun getting some victories. Let's just do this for right now. I'm gonna do that and this. Another Stasis. We do have an odd number. We have 5 Rocket Goblins. So let's get them up. We've got a rank 3 Stasis. We've got Plague Doctor. So we'll be leveling up 3 of our troops. We're just not going to be leveling up Priestess and Mime pretty much. But our heavy damage dealers are going to be our Pyrotechnic, I hope. Okay, so that's really what I'm going to be working with. We got Tamer coming up. Pyrotechnic at an odd number? Is it better or even number? I know I already asked that, but I'm unsure already. Don't give me... Okay, Plague Doctor's pretty cool. combine out. Another Priestess. Mime, like I said before, Mime is literally just going to give us a little bit more aggro ability. Yeah, it's definitely an odd number that's better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 currently. Let's combine out here. And we're going to keep on chugging along. Hopefully we can take this guy out. We're going to be putting out a decent amount of damage early on. But then late game, I think we're going to have a little bit of a hard time. We do have a bunch of Stasises, so that's pretty good. We're going to get it up to level 3 right now. And I don't really know. We're doing good so far. That level 4 or rank 4 Plague Doctor is kind of huge. That's always fun. And he's having a little bit of trouble. Only 20 seconds left. So I don't think he's going to actually get in trouble. I don't think he's going to lose now. 13 seconds. If he really needs to, he can pause it. He got another rank 3 engineer right there, which is good for him. And yeah, we should be fine. Let's try to get another pyrotechnic. There we go. Right before Tamer starts, 300 that we got to go through. He's got to go through 900, so we're actually in a pretty good spot. And look at all the Stasises just pausing him right there. So the thing with the pyrotechnic is if you have an even number, it attacks the frontmost monster, and it does not have splash damage. Okay, but if you have an odd number, wow, he took that out quick, and we're not taking it out at all. What in the heck? 180, we should not be having so much trouble going through 180. Come on, bro. What? How did we take a hit? It was like our boss was like 300,000. What in the world? Well, okay, that was really bad. He's got 6 rank 3s in quizzes, which is horrible for us. And all of a sudden we're in a horrible spot. What happened? Literally, what happened? Now he's got a couple of rank 4s, a bunch of rank 3s. I thought we were doing awesome. And all of a sudden we're doing terribly. If we don't win in this wave, which why the heck would we? Look at him taking things out. We're not going to win at all. So I'm going to level up my pyrotechnic, I guess. But wow, the tides turned quickly. What in the world? At least we can slow everybody down, perhaps. We've still got... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bro, how did that go so poorly? We're gonna take a hit from Bannerlord, and that's gonna kill us. We are doing no damage. What? What the heck just happened? Let's check it out. All right, well, our Pyrotechnic did 3 million. Our Plague Doctor did 2 million. So I guess Pyrotechnic didn't do too bad, but I'm actually going to keep that in there because, wow, holy moly, that was like really, really bad. All of a sudden, we just fell off the face of the earth. Let's actually just put Thunderer in here instead of Pyrotechnic. And let's just change our deck around completely. Let's go here and then throw in Vampire. Because you know what? I really just want to show off Stasis. And it was a decent showing from Stasis. Stasis did like 400,000 damage. And it also was pretty abundant on that map. Like, it was slowing things down really, really well. We just weren't killing anybody, which is super weird. But it's actually not going to be great that we have... It might have been better to have a Priestess and a Mime so that we were trying to get our Thunderer leveled up a little bit more. But we have a couple of Plague Doctors. This guy's running Thunderer, Hex, Vampire, Plague Doctor. This is the beautiful thing about the new season. People are going to be running super weird decks, just like me. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. That's what they're going to be doing, and it's going to be all good. Look at that. Beautiful. We got a Thunderer there, so we're not breaking. Get our Vampire up one more time. I'm just going to combine out as much as I can. Hopefully we can get some high-ranking Thunderers, and hopefully we can have a better showing than that. Usually I would just like start a video over after the game like that because that freaking hurt my soul. But let's just keep on grinding through. It happens, man. Lone Legendary series is always a good one. It's always useful for you to learn what's good, what's bad, even at my own expense. And like I've always said, if this is the first time for you guys watching this series, I'm not trying to build a deck for you. I'm trying to have you understand what cards it might work well with, and hopefully you guys have better cards that you can put in your deck and have some success with it. So we got a bunch of vampires. Let's just get our vampire to max, because look at all the profit we're getting. And yeah, Stasis. It's in replace of Cold Mage. It's in replace of Bombardier. It does a little bit of damage, okay, but it's mainly just a pause. So if you have a bunch of Stasis little circles on your map, that pause is like that pink thing over there. If you have a bunch of those on your map, it can be really, really useful. If you only got one rank 1 on your map, it's going to be not very useful. So that's kind of how you're going to go about using it. Let's try and not combine out so much because it is Warlock. And I am going to use Snowflake right before. You got a rank 4, a rank 3 Thunderer, I mean. Let's do that now, and let's see what we can do. I'll get this guy up one time, and hopefully we can take it out. We'll combine out as much as we can. I'll do that. Rank 2 is very useful. And we should be able to take this guy out just after him. Not too shabby right there. Let's get our Thunderers up, our Plague Doctors up a little bit. And I'll do my Stasis because it is a Stasis video. So let's do that right there. And I'll combine out here. Rank 2 Stasis, I don't mind too bad. And hopefully Plague Doctor is going to be our MVP right now because we got a bunch of those. And we do have a rank 2 Chemist. So Chemist is going to be useful. If you guys don't know, I feel like Chemist has come in and out of the meta a bunch of times. But it basically just makes your damage units hit harder. That's what the purpose of Chemist is. And we got Puppeteer, so actually leveling everybody up right now is a little bit not super smart. But okay, we got another Thunderer. Let's just keep combining out rank 1 units and seeing what we can get. I'm going to get a Vampire right there. That's great. Another Stasis. I don't mind that at all. I'm actually going to combine out Thunderers. Another Stasis. I'm going to combine out Stasises. Vampires. I'm actually going to do rank 2 combine outs. Now let's see if we can combine out some Chemists if we find some. Because leveling up our troops is not going to do the trick that we want. And they're getting to the end of his board, which is really, really nice. Come on. They got to work through all the poison blood over there. Not blood, but poison gas. Get there. Took him out. Maybe he's doing a Lone Legendary video with the Hex. That seems like a deck that I actually made with the Hex. If you guys haven't seen the Lone Legendary video with the Hex, check that video out somewhere in the wherever. But there's a victory. There's a victory. Running Stasis. We had a bunch of Stasises on the board, and it actually really did help out. So if you're going to run Stasis, I think it's a pretty good combination with with Thunderer and with Plague Doctor. I think it's going to be more beneficial for you. There's our first trophies after 4,000. More beneficial for you if you're using Stasis with a splash unit. So Stasis Hex, or why do I keep saying Hex? Stasis Inquiz is pretty strong. I mean, Inquiz is always strong, but Stasis with Plague Doctor, I feel like is pretty strong. It just helps get a unit to sit in the poison for longer. Thunderer, same thing. It helps just clump them up. Actually, Thunderer might not make a ton of sense, but it's a really good support unit. So if you have Stasis, try it out. Don't play it the same way as like a Frost. Like when I did my Lone Legendary with Frost, I only had like a few of them on the map at a time. Cold Mage, you kind of play it similar to Cold Mage because you need a bunch of them. But I would say you need more Stasises on your map than you need Cold Mages. So he's actually bricking right now. Hit. Come on, baby. It's an Inquiz deck. I said this in my Rush for Glory video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. That when you play against a weird deck, it feels like you brick more often. Oh my goodness, look at all the Dryads. I'm sorry, Amala Rick. You're even like lagging a little bit too. Dang, that stinks. He's running Inquiz Night Statue with Vampire there. That's actually a pretty solid deck that he's running right there. But worst part about running a building with Inquisitor and Dryad, usually you also have a Harlequin in there, because that Grindstone deck was also like that. And then you'd have Bombardier in there, but he's got Vampire. With Vampire too, you're going to brick a lot. You're going to brick a lot. So let's try to get one more game in here. We did win two games with this deck. One didn't really count. One definitely counted, and then we had another game that we played and didn't have the best of luck. So this guy's running an all legendary deck, except for he's also got, I don't even know what card, oh, Wind Archer in there. Interesting. And he's got Shamans. So let's try and deal with Shamans a little bit. Makes me not want to level up my Vamp. So let's just not focus, let's try and focus not on leveling up anybody. We're just going to fill our board, try to combine out to the best of our ability, and we should be absolutely fine. Unless he hits my Plague Doctor, I can combine everybody out. Now we've got 2 Plague Doctors. And the one good thing about this deck is basically we should be pretty good in early stages. We should be pretty good in early stages. Putting a lot of pressure on him is always good, and hopefully we can hang on pretty well against a Shaman deck, just combining out as we go. So the deck he's running, oh wow, he's got Boreas and Wind Archer. He should run it with Jay. I think Jay definitely needs a buff, the hero Jay, if you guys don't know. But he's got 2 archers in his deck, so it might benefit if he had like a high ranking hero, but whatever. Alright, let's hang out. We've got a bunch of Plague Doctors, we got some Vampires, got some Thunderers. Let's get our Vampire up one time just to profit a little bit. I'm going to get him up one more time. Absolutely fine right there. I don't care at all about what he just did. Let's do our Vampire one more time. We got 40 seconds. Combine out there. And we've got some decently high-ranking Stasises. And we're good. So let's just poke our board a little bit more, some more Vampires. And for the next 25 seconds, let's just kind of hold on for our board. Because we will be able to take out Puppeteer. It's just not going to be super pretty. Stasis is going to help slow it down. Plague Doctor is not going to do a whole lot. Chemist is going to do a decent amount. And Thunderer is really going to be the big one that helps, even though we've only got 2 rank 1s. He's now got a rank 3 in Quiz, and a rank 3 Boreas, and a rank 2 Boreas. But he's combining out pretty aggressively. But with the deck he's running, you really don't want more than 4 Inquizzes, I don't think, because he's got 3 other damage units in the Hex and in Wind Archer and Boreas. So a little bit interesting. But hey, he's going to be putting out plenty of damage. Look at Stasis right there holding it down. Honestly, Stasis is a really cool card. If you guys are enjoying Stasis and you want me to keep it in decks in the future, let me know, because I really haven't played with it all that much, but I think it's a really cool card. The only problem that I have with it really is the fact that you need... Oh, look at that switch. That was a late switch too. The only problem I have with it is that you need a high abundance of them on your map. So usually you don't really want your support cards to have a bunch of support cards. You don't want a bunch of chemists. You don't want like 5 cold mages. You don't want like 5 bombardiers. You never do. You want like 1 or 2 max. Maybe a high rank, but 1 or 2 max, right? With Stasis, I think it really benefits you to have like 5 or 6 Stasises on your board, because then that's really going to affect your monsters and slow everybody down. Let's get Chemist up. We only have a couple of Vampires. Let's get that up a couple of times. And let's get Stasis up, because that's what this game is all about. I was about to say this movie is all about. But this deck is actually outputting a ton of damage. And the fact that Stasis is keeping them right in the front, and all the damage from Thunderer, Chemist, and Plague Doctor is just so focal at right in front of my portal. It's putting a lot of pressure on my opponents, and right there is a victory against a Boreas, Hex, Inquisitor, Shaman deck. Yeah, his deck's a little bit of a mess, but a lot of good cards in there. And that's 3 victories running Stasis as our lone legendary. So check out Stasis. If you have Stasis and you don't know what to play with it, it's good in pretty much any deck. Just know how to play it, and know that if you only have like 1 or 2 on your board, it's not really going to be benefiting you as much as it could. So try to get a pretty high abundance of them, because then it becomes a really, really strong card. But that's going to be the end of this YouTube video, guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will check you guys out in tomorrow's video.